And we bid you a good evening from Jacksonville, Alabama, where tonight it is OVC men's action coming your way on ESPN Plus as Morehead State pays a visit to Jacksonville State. And welcome inside the Pete Matthews Coliseum, courtside. I'm Mickey Shadricks along with Gerhard Mathangani. You know, Jacksonville State was the leader of the pack in the OVC for quite a while, but the 1st of February, Gerhard, they lost a couple of back-to-back games, slipped out of first place, but since then, they've rebounded with 3 straight wins, and they go for 4 in a row tonight.
You can tell there's a sense of urgency with this group. One of those losses was to UT Martin, one of the bottom teams in the standings. If Jacksonville State wants to stay on top of the standings, they need a big one against tonight against a very, very tough Morehead State team.
Let's take a look at the impact players for the game this evening. First off, for the visitors from Morehead State, we're going to talk about Jordan Walker.
This is one of the top OVC basketball players in terms of offense. He comes in 5th in overall shooting, averages 16.7 points per game. Great from the free throw line, great from downtown. They'll need his presence against the Gamecocks.
Meanwhile, for Jacksonville State, you can't say enough about senior Jason Burnell. He has been a beast this season on both ends of the floor. He's got a couple of 30-point games, including last time out against Tennessee State.
The last time a Jacksonville State player went 30 points in multiple games in a season was back in 2003-2004 season. To put it in a little bit of context, averages 15.9 points per game. But as you said, here lately he has been coming up big for Coach Ray Harper.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's matchup. First off, for the visitors from Morehead State, we talked about Jordan Walker and his 16.7 points per game average. The Eagles also have 2 other starters that average in double figures, A.J. Hicks at 12 points per game and Lamontre Harris at 13.7 points per game. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville State, here's how they will start. Jamal Gregory, Ty Hudson, talked about Jason Burnell. He's 0.7 rebounds a game away from averaging a double-double. Marlon Hunter and Christian Cunningham round out the starting 5 for the Gamecocks. Here's a look at the Ohio Valley Conference standings. Jacksonville State, Gerhard, is still right in the thick of things. They've won 3 in a row. There aren't many left, but they're going to be favored in every game they play.
Every single game they play is against either a team that is at 500 or below 500 for the rest of the year. You see the Big Four. We've talked about them all year long. Belmont, Murray State, Austin Peay, and Jacksonville State. Eastern Illinois, Morehead State, all hanging on there. And UT Martin, after that win over Jacksonville State, they've played well since then, getting themselves into the OVC tournament picture.
Inside the Morehead huddle, head coach Preston Spradlin in his 2nd full season as head coach. He took over as an interim coach back on December 6th, in December of 2016. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville State, Ray Harper, what a job he has done here at JSU. The Gamecocks are 1 win away from their 3rd straight 20-win season under the former Western Kentucky head coach.
It's an impressive feat, that's no question about that, and they're off to the best start in program history in OVC play through the first 14 games. They've won 11 games, and it has just shown the kind of mark that Coach Ray Harper has put on this program. And then on the other side, we talked about Coach Preston Spradlin. He's also trying to make his mark in his first year with the Golden Eagles, 10-6 in the OVC. So it's a program that's building, and they think they have the right man in order to do so, and today they're looking to pull off the major upset.
Our officials for tonight's OVC matchup are Kevin Mathis, Mick Fieldbinder, and Evan Bird. Morehead State enters the game tonight with a 10-17 record overall, 6-8 in the conference. JSU, as we mentioned, 1 win away from 20 wins. They're 19-8 overall and 11-3 in the OVC. Best OVC start they've had in history.
That's right, and for this program to continue that march, to continue the march to where they hope ends in a OVC tournament championship berth, they have to get a great seeding. We've talked about those top 4 seeds in the OVC. This will go a long way into securing that position in that top 4, and then with some help, they can go all the way to 1 or slide all the way down to 4. So have to take care of business at home, where Jacksonville State is 9-1 here
second game of a season-ending 3-game homestand, or the last 3 games of the regular season for JSU. They play here again on Saturday against Eastern Kentucky. So Morehead with the ball for the first time, facing that JSU man-to-man defense. Gamecocks, one of the top defensive teams in the conference. And they show it here on the game's first possession as A.J. Hicks' pass sails out of bounds.
Good ball movement right before that. A.J. Hicks looking down low and nobody home. One of the things for Morehead State in today's game, they cannot turn it over. Jacksonville State is one of the best teams at forcing turnovers, and so you can't end up beating yourself. Jacksonville State has won their last 2 games in that fashion. They force teams to either at their average or more than their average in the turnover margin.
And both teams a little careless with the basketball here in the first minute of the game. So Morehead will have possession for the second time. They've yet to attempt a shot. Gamecocks attempted 1 shot, so a little slow start to this one offensively. Morehead, typically Gerhard doesn't go too deep into the bench, so what you see is what you get for most of the game for the Eagles.
Yeah, they don't go into the bench at all. Coach Preston Spradlin elects to have 7 players, just 7 players average 20 or more minutes. Only 6 players average 25 or more. So this is a team that relies heavily on this starting unit. It's not a huge unit, but they're very athletic. And as you said at the top of the telecast, they have 3 guys that can really score in bunches.
So the Gamecocks beat the press, operate in the front court. Christian Cunningham over to Marlon Hunter. Pulls up, his baseline jump shot is off the mark. And the rebound control by Cooper on the push for the Eagles. Finds an open Harris on the right wing. His 3-point shot is off the back of the iron. Still looking for our first points of the game, 2 minutes into this one. Late season Ohio Valley Conference matchup here in Jacksonville, Alabama. Saved in, but right into the hands of Christian Cunningham. What's going on here, Gerhard? Cunningham missed the bunny.
And right there at the basket, you hardly ever see both Cunningham miss at the basket and Marlon Hunter miss a baseline jump shot. In the last 3 possessions, it's a good take there by Ty Hudson. But right into the hands of Christian Cunningham. He's an excellent defender, but those are usually money for him, and he tried to make the 2 up at the free throw line.
And the senior from Albuquerque, New Mexico, drops the first one through for our first point of the game. And he makes them both, so it's a 2-0 Jacksonville State lead. Good raucous crowd inside the Peak on a Thursday night. Baseline 3 is good for James Baker.
I was waiting to have this note here. Now Morehead State has hit a 3-pointer in 400 consecutive games. They were sitting on 399. The last time that they win a whole game without a 3-pointer was back in 2007 against Jacksonville State. So now they get 400 against the same crew that started the run way back when.
So they took care of that streak early in this one. Christian Cunningham missed the shot on one end, gets the rebound on the other end. Gamecocks with the ball. Jacksonville State normally tries to pound it into Jason Burnell, their senior leader early in the game. So far, they've yet to get Burnell a shot. Gregory's 3-point attempt is no good. Morehead limiting JSU to 1 shot. Hicks on the drive and a blocking foul on the floor, no shot. That'll be the first foul against the Gamecocks.
Yeah, they'll call this one on Ty Hudson. That one's an obvious call there, using the body on the just below the shoulders to try to stop him getting position there.
In the game, or with the ball, Jordan Walker on the right wing. He's yet to attempt a shot. Hicks, high screen and roll. Back out top to Baker. Back over to Hicks. Shot clock under 10. Cooper throws it inside to Harris. A little hook shot is good.
Nice little shot there by the senior Lamontre Harris. He eclipsed the 1,000-point barrier earlier in this season, back on February 2nd. And then in their previous game, the guy that we spotlighted earlier, Jordan Walker, did it against Austin Peay.
Jamal Gregory's shot is way off the mark. And it goes to Cooper. Nice body control just to retrieve that pass, and then the touch to lay it in.
Yeah, the pass looked like it was going to be out of reach, but as you said, good speed, good body control, able to secure it and get the basket.
Murray on a 7-0 run here after JSU scored the first bucket of the game. Three-point shot from Marlon Hunter. Rims out of there. Gamecocks will be making some early substitutions as Mostella is off the bench, as is Maurice Dunlap. And a whistle and a foul inside against Morehead. Moving screen. That'll take us to our first break of the game. Morehead out to a good start on the road here in Jacksonville.
Hey, Dad, got a quarter?
Sure.
I see an unstable skateboard and a long, long recovery.
Helmet.
You are one expensive kid.
I'm next.
Wait, I see a lady
Lady?
wearing a red coat.
You can't predict the future, but you can prepare for it. With affordable individual and family plans, call Farm Bureau Health Plans. We've got you covered.
Did you know that Kentucky is home to nearly 1,000 species of wildlife?
The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife has a team of scientists dedicated to the monitoring and study of animals that are not hunted, fished, or trapped.
We work every day to improve Kentucky's landscape so that these species can thrive.
And now there's a way for you to jump in and help.
When you become a member of Kentucky Wild, we'll work side by side and do our part to keep Kentucky wild.
You don't become a legend by being distracted. Legends are born out of discipline and focus. We are Legends Bank, committed, strong, and growing stronger. Be part of something legendary. Legends Bank, member FDIC.
Mickey Shadrick to Gerhard Mathangani inside Pete Matthews Coliseum, and just inside period is the place to be with the rainy weather we've had around Alabama this week. And we look at the remaining games for Morehead. That schedule just shrinking now, Gerhard.
Yeah, these things, this graphic gets smaller and smaller all the time. You see the remaining schedule here. Tennessee Tech, Murray State, one of the top 4 teams in the conference, and also Eastern Kentucky on the road there. So Morehead State, a couple of games in the Bluegrass State, and then one in Tennessee to close out the regular season. Right now they're sitting in 6th place in the OVC standings.
Burnell's pass ahead to Marlon Hunter, and he drains the baseline jumper. So kind of looks back to normal if you're a JSU fan.
Especially with that shot and that shot going in the first half. And Jason Burnell in the second half are kind of the staples that home fans have seen here a long time for Jacksonville State's 2 stars.
Hicks a tough shot off the glass, no good. Gamecocks doing a pretty good job so far denying the ball from Jordan Walker, the Eagles' leading scorer coming into the game. Hunter thought about it. Pump fake, goes up, shoots it from exactly the same spot, and makes it again.
I think that's a great play by the senior and Marlon Hunter there. He had Christian Cunningham, and he was well defended on the block. So he knew that if he could get his man up in the air, got Walker in the air, he would free himself up for the open jump shot or a foul. It's a good job.
Harris with a tough shot over Jason Burnell. Harris with 4 points now here in the first half.
That would be a fun matchup the rest of the way. Harris and Burnell, 2 seniors and 2 stars for their ball clubs. We already talked about how Harris has eclipsed the 1,000 career point barrier.
Lob pass to Burnell, couldn't control it. Hunter pops up, flashes top of the key, all tough break there, rims it in and out. Christian Cunningham battling for it, but Morehead comes out of there with it. Jordan Walker dishes to his teammate. Cooper's got it in the corner. Cross court to Henson, who's checked in the game. Pull-up jump shot is off the back of the iron. Marlon Hunter's there to grab the rebound. Gamecocks trying to inch closer to tie it with a 3. Burnell on the baseline. Lost it. Coming out of there with it is Harris. And a body blow delivered to A.J. Hicks on the shot attempt. So Hicks will head to the free throw line. Another foul on the Gamecocks.
This has been a very impressive start for Morehead State, this time turning defense into offense. They come back the other way with numbers. Lamontre Harris strips the ball on one end and then comes back. They have numbers on the other. Takes a hard hit there from Dunlap. But A.J. Hicks goes to the free throw line. This is the first one, but he has already played a really physical game so far, has the senior from Norcross, Georgia.
Malik Green, the sophomore from Cincinnati, coming in the game now for the first time. Hicks makes 1 of 2 on that trip to the charity stripe. Lead up to 4 now for Morehead. Dunlap crosses half court. Dishes to Marlon Hunter. Gets the screen from Jason Burnell. Pulls up, misses the 3. Rebound snatched by Baker. Here comes Hicks. Gamecocks switch it. Burnell out on the smaller Hicks. Now switch back here on the drive. Henson takes it all the way and has the shot rejected by Dietrich Mastella.
Mastella doing a great job. He gets burnt early, but comes back on the back end, does not foul, and comes up with the block. Watch here is it's a nice move to the basket by Henson. A block on the backside by Mastella.
Baker hands it off to Walker. Again, Marlon Hunter's doing great work defensively against the Eagles' leading scorer. Kind of fires up a long-range 3 at the end of the shot clock, misses badly. Here come the Gamecocks back down, still down by 4. Jakar Cross in the game, posted up, spin move, left hand, it's good.
That was just a mismatch there with Malik Green down low, and Jakar Cross got great body position. And as you said, just hit the spin move. Was able to finish there at the basket. One of the things Jackson State is doing well on the other side of the ball is holding Morehead State to just 1 possession. Morehead State so far 0 offensive rebounds.
3-point shot off the iron, no good, but an offensive rebound, and Walker gets an open look, misses it short. Here come the Gamecocks. Dunlap, his 3-pointer is way short, but there is Marlon Hunter to put it in. Marlon Hunter off to a good start. 6 points to lead the Gamecocks in scoring. We're tied at 10. Dish inside, shot no good, but put back up and in by Malik Green.
And it's just a tap in right there, and he had Jakar Cross all over him. So as soon as I said that they have no offensive rebounds, they're going to get 2 in back-to-back possessions.
They've got some size. And they are coming out playing hard here early on the road against JSU. Trying to steal one on the road from one of the top teams in the league. Marlon Hunter heating up now. There's his first 3 in the game. Gamecocks with the lead again. Hunter now with 9 points on 2 of 4 shooting. Long range 3 is good by Devon Cooper. So each team's exchanging 3-pointers, and Morehead back in front. Inside to Jakar Cross, and a whistle and a travel called against the junior from Atlanta, Georgia. That'll take us to a media break. 10-19 left in our first half. Morehead with a 2-point lead here in Jacksonville. They're reviewing Mark 3 over here. Okay.
Delayed. Yeah.
And we are back in Jacksonville at the Matthews Coliseum. Gamecocks and Morehead State locked up here in an OVC matchup. JSU with one more home game on Saturday, as we see there, against Eastern Kentucky.
Senior day against Eastern Kentucky, and the last two games are on the road for Jacksonville State against Eastern Illinois, and then staying in the state of Illinois against SIU Edwardsville. Both are night games. So Jacksonville State will end their season on what they hope is a nice long winning streak before they head to Evansville.
Morehead with the ball and a 2-point lead, and a blocking foul going to be called against Ty Hudson. That is 2 fouls on Hudson already here in the first half of the game. And that'll bring right back in the game Maurice Dunlap.
Well, take a look here at Hudson. He has the tough challenge of checking number 0, that is A.J. Hicks, who we had earlier, and basically the same kind of foul as the first time around.
Pass on the wing to Walker. Can't get the shot away. Hicks with a pump fake, drive in the lane, and can't get the roll, but a put back in by Malik Green, I believe, will get credited for the basket.
Yeah, there was a couple of hands up there, but I think Malik Green, number 12, will get the credit for the basket there. That time they won it on the post. They wanted to give it down to Lamontre Harris, but a good job defensively by Maurice Dunlap, but a better job on the offensive boards there for Morehead State.
And Jason Burnell's first shot attempt of the game, and he's fouled by Lamontre Harris.
This will be a fun matchup to watch. They're both about 6'7", but they both have a nice outside shot. They're a good offensive presence for both teams. And that time Harris just slaps the senior from DeLand, Florida on the hand.
I mentioned Jason is just 0.7 rebounds a game from averaging a double-double. He's right at 16 points a game, 9.3 rebounds. And after his 30-point performance on Saturday, I heard him talking to Mike Harris on the radio network here at Jacksonville. And Jason, all he wanted to talk about was only his 5 rebounds. He only had 5 rebounds.
Well,
not the 30 points,
right.
Just 5 rebounds.
Well, that's when you hold yourself to a standard. He knows that he's called upon in that role, he and Christian Cunningham. And so not much of a surprise. That's where his focus is, but just shows how much he's added to his game over the last 3 years.
Tough shot by Devon Cooper with Mostello right there to challenge. So Morehead up to a 5-point lead. Really good, solid start here for the Eagles.
Yeah, both defensively and offensively. They have a lot to hang their hat on. As we said earlier, they don't go deep, but they're hitting good shots. And here, especially in the second part of the first half here, they have rebounded the ball well, both offensively and defensively.
And Marlon Hunter will be called on the reach-in. Jamal Gregory is coming in the game, as is Derek St. Hilaire.
Take a look here at Marlon Hunter's foul and judge for yourself. The refs have been calling that. They've called that twice on Ty Hudson as he was guarding A.J. Hicks, so no surprise there that the whistle will be called there. So it looks like on the perimeter, they're calling it pretty tight.
Hicks in the lane, cut off by Cunningham. Cooper on the drive, nice spin move, couldn't make the shot, however. It is off of JSU, and Morehead will keep it. I tell you, I just sense there's a pep in the step of the Eagles players here early in this game.
I think with all four teams, especially in the OVC right now, you're going to get that. A lot of teams are going to play their best game against Jacksonville State and the others.
Jamal Gregory, I think he had a little pass off the glass to Christian Cunningham in mind there.
Yeah, he was lining up that alley-oop for sure. We'll take another look here in transition. Gregory knew he had Cunningham trailing. That's just a great hustle play by James Baker.
Dunlap, and free himself, up for a three-point shot attempt. Swings it over to the right side. Hilaire's got it. And his pass is stolen by Hicks, saved in bounds to Baker.
That's great job defensively by Morehead State. Even if they got the ball on the post, that would not have been an easy play. So Hicks doing a good job. And once again, Hicks is getting this call. Twice now on Ty Hudson, this time on Darren St. Hilaire. He's just driving, and he's 6 foot tall, but he looks pretty compacted against the other players from Jacksonville State. But third time in a row now they've called that same play, a hit right below the shoulder.
Gregory goes for the steal. Couldn't get it. Battle for the rebound. Cunningham controls. So here come the Gamecocks. Sluggish start offensively for Jacksonville State. Marlon Hunter, 9 points, about only thing going right for JSU on the offensive end. And that's a good sign. Jason Brunell gets his first bucket of the game.
A la what Lamontre Harris just did moments ago, just going straight to the post and get a little jump hook shot.
And Harris returns the favor.
Does it again, and that's the second time he's done that this game. We mentioned that both players, both Burnell and Harris, are two of the top offensive players, but they also play great defense as well.
St. Hilaire drives, dishes to Cunningham. He goes up high and gets the roll. I tell you, Morehead taking it to the Gamecocks defensively. They have really come out with a lot of energy on the defensive end.
For sure, this has been one of the better defensive efforts that we've seen from the Jacksonville State games here at Pete Matthews Coliseum, and JSU plays really great defense as well, holding teams to just about 65, 66 points per game.
Henson couldn't get the three to fall. JSU right back down. Jamal Gregory does what he does to get the crowd energized, and that's slamming home. His first basket of the game pulls the Gamecocks 2 within 1, and the question is, with the short rotation that Coach Spradlin typically uses, can they sustain this energy on the road in this environment?
That was going to be the question moving forward. I think that he will have to dip into his bench a little bit, even if it's just to steal a few minutes here and there.
So Morehead's missed a few here. Opening the window for JSU. Dunlap brings a long-range three right in front of Devon Cooper. That gets the crowd energized and forces Coach Spradlin to call a timeout. Gamecocks, thanks to this this dunk and the long-range three from Dunlap, have reclaimed the lead, 24-22.
A smile, such a simple gesture, an effortless contraction of muscles, a flash of teeth. Healthy smiles have the power to spread joy, courage, and love. When you smile, it transforms you and the world around you. So if you feel the urge, go ahead and use that simple gesture to spread joy. Keep your smile healthy and strong. Choose Delta Dental, protecting more smiles than anyone.
Puckett's, the best of all things Southern. A Southern community kitchen. The best in live picking. You're part of the family at Puckett's.
It has earned its place among America's top private golf courses, A masterpiece of architectural design, Tom Fazio has created a world-class golf experience among a distinctive blend of dramatic scenery and natural beauty. Its accommodations are luxurious, while a full-service concierge team pampers your most valued clients and creates lasting memories for family and friends. Victoria National, America's private retreat.
And there you see our score with 6:10 to play here in the first half. Jacksonville State on a 7-0 run over the last minute to reclaim the lead by 2.
We're taking a look here at the long three by Maurice Dunlap, or the dunk here by Jamal Gregory. That play, along with the three-pointer that you'll see here, are the two things that Jacksonville State really needed. They needed a big spurt play because you could tell, as you said, that Morehead State was playing with a little bit of juice, and so one of those big plays at home was really clutch, and then you got another one for Maurice Dunlap. He and Datorian Ware are two of the better shooters on the team. We always talk about guys like Marlon Hunter. But when you can get that kind of production out of guys like Derek St. Hilaire and Dunlap, Jacksonville State really gets rolling offensively.
Good perimeter defense here by Jamal Gregory. He's on Walker now. Walker drives, has his shot rejected by Christian Cunningham. Gamecocks have definitely done a good job on Jordan Walker here in the first half.
0 points so far as Jason Burnell muscles his way in down to the post. But so far, no points for the leading scorer and one of the top 5 offensive players in the OVC. And Jacksonville State in their last matchup, as Jamal Gregory goes for the steal there. Last time they matched up in Morehead, Jordan Walker had just 10 points in that game. So far through the better part of 3 halves, 3 20-minute halves, Jacksonville State doing a great job on one of the best players. You see Gregory there, nice defensive effort.
Coach Harper loved that defensive effort by Gregory. Not so much so with Christian Cunningham there as he let Malik Green get inside of him to lay it in.
That's a good pass also by A.J. Hicks. Nice little one bounce pass straight into the lane there, into the post around his defender.
Burnell posted up. Shot off the glass, does not fall. And Green with a rebound, and here come the Eagles. Looking to tie. Nice dish inside as somehow Devon Cooper got free.
That's back-to-back great passes by A.J. Hicks. The point guard doing a fine job of finding his players and making plays.
Extended minutes here in the first half for Maurice Dunlap, as Ty Hudson on the bench with those 2 fouls, and we're going to have I thought there was going to be a reach-in call against Jordan Walker. Instead, it is a traveling call against Gregory.
Watch here as Walker comes from the help side. Number 2 just gets his hand on the ball. That's a great shot by our crew, and I think it's a good call by the officials as well.
St. Hilaire goes out of the game. Dunlap, I should say, Marlon Hunter checks back in the game. Dunlap remains in the game. We're tied at 26. Morehead looking to reclaim the lead. Harris pulls up. 3 from the top of the key is no good. Jamal Gregory with the rebound. He takes it all the way, lays it in. Beautiful drive by Gregory. He's got the ball on the break. You better get in front of him and stop that break.
He is so fast, and then he doesn't take very much to get very high off the ground. It's just literally, seemingly just takes 1 or 2 steps. And he is up and off, and he's one of the highest jumpers on the team as Harris gets a nice block.
And we've got a timeout on the floor with 3:36 to play in our first half. A good one here in Jacksonville. Gamecocks leading by a deuce.
Is that necessary? What's that? I noticed, who else did that earlier in the year? I think it was a game that Chase and I did. It was North Alabama. You mean bringing the chairs all the way out? The only thing that I can even think of is if you don't want your crowd talking to the opposing crowd, talking to the players. And like, this is going back to high school basketball, but apparently Marcus at Weaver, there was one game this season, I guess it was the Sacks game, he'd do that exact same thing. He brought all of his team all the way out the floor because apparently the guys that were betting on the game were standing right behind the team. It's like, you got to do this, you got to do that. But in college, it's a little overkill. Because what?
Old Morehead State on the chairs out.
No.
Was it what? And a look inside the Morehead huddle as they break the huddle. We're out of the timeout, 3:36 to play in our first half. Jacksonville State in a game that has seen several lead changes already, seesawing back and forth. Coach Ray Harper's team up by 3 with the ball as we resume play. Gamecocks having trouble getting it in. They get it into Marlon Hunter. Hands it off to Maurice Dunlap. Gamecocks set up the offense. Hunter off the screen, pulls up, shot is short. A.J. Hicks with the rebound. Walker, nice pump fake. Nice dish. On the floor and loose, and it'll be a jump ball, and it'll be Morehead basketball.
I'm telling you what, Morehead State has come to play today. They've played well defensively. Then here on the break, great pass to A.J. Hicks, from A.J. Hicks down to Walker to start the break, and then a good hustle play by Jacksonville State's Marlon Hunter to get the 50-50 ball.
Inbound it goes to Harris. Tried to hand it off to Walker. Marlon Hunter almost stole it.
A lot of Jacksonville State fans wanted to travel there, much like the same travel they got not too long ago.
Coach Harper was telling the official right in front of the JSU bench the same thing. And A.J. Hicks, he's been good at drawing fouls this first half, that's for sure. He just got one on Jason Burnell.
So it's 2 on Hudson, and then now 1 on Burnell here. And watch how he does it. It's a little bit almost like James Harden in a way. He doesn't get his guy all the way up in the air, but he just uses his body in a way that gets the official to blow the whistle.
Gamecocks have picked up their defensive intensity. Double team on the baseline. They swing it out top to Hicks. 3-point shot from the left wing is good by Jamon Henson.
That was excellent ball movement by Morehead State, staying patient. I didn't know how they wanted to go that deep into the shot clock where they're shooting the ball practically with 1 second to go, but they got a wide open 3-pointer and Henson buries it.
Gives Morehead the 1-point lead. Just over 2 minutes to play in what has been a very competitive first half. Gregory, crossover in the lane, goes to the right hand, misses it. Jason Burnell goes up and knocks it over the glass, and it'll be Morehead basketball. Derek St. Hilaire is off the bench. He'll come in for Dunlap, and I think Coach Harper has just decided to keep Ty Hudson on the bench for the first half of those 2 fouls.
Yeah, he will need Ty Hudson a little bit later on, especially on offense. They'll need to generate some energy, some good energy plays from their guards. Jamal Gregory has done a fine job of that so far here in the first half. We'll see if Hudson's role increases in the second.
And we go under 2 minutes to play first half. Morehead, if they can get to halftime with this type of game, they'd have to feel pretty good about the first 20 minutes. Especially with Jordan Walker not even in the scoring column yet, Gerhard.
Yeah, still a donut for one of the best scorers in the league, but they're getting it done other ways. A.J. Hicks is leading this offense.
Kind of a desperation heave there at the end of the shot clock. Gamecocks advance the ball. Marlon Hunter swings it over to Gregory. St. Hilaire out to Burnell. Gamecocks moving the ball. Gregory attacks the lane. Dishes to Burnell, who goes up, misses the shot. And Harris out muscles him for the rebound. Hicks has his shot blocked, but they're going to call goaltending against Christian Cunningham.
Well, to be honest with you, we're going to take a look at the replay here of the fast break. And watch A.J. Hicks take it straight to the cup, and one of the best blockers in America just gets it as it's going down, according to the officials. But for as tight as they're calling the game at the perimeter, they are letting it go down low. Jason Burnell was hit on the body seemingly twice down there. No whistle, and they're both sides of the ball. They're letting it go down at the post, but up top, between A.J. Hicks and a couple others, they're able to get the foul calls there. So kind of a diametrically opposed style of calling depending where the ball is.
Marlon Hunter from the left wing baseline is no good. Cunningham is there to put it back in.
Good job there by the senior, taking that extra dribble and going straight up with the dunk.
Morehead with a chance to play for the final shot of the half. And it looks as though they will do that. They can't burn the entire clock down. Long-range shot from Baker is good. Big three-pointer. Gives Morehead a 4-point lead, and Coach Ray Harper calls a timeout with 11.6 seconds.
You know what? This has to be one of the best first-half performances for Morehead State all year long. You talk about guys that have to step up into their roles in these kind of games. They're getting that. You're seeing guys like Malik Green, Jaimin Henson, and that time James Baker all come up big for the Eagles. And so right here, as you said, if they can take a lead to halftime, they have to be feeling really good about their performance, especially with Jordan Walker still with 0 points on the game. He's, in fact, the only starter that has not scored in the game.
That's incredible. If you would have told us that with 11.6 seconds left in the first half, Walker would not have scored, but Morehead would be up by 4. It's been hard to believe.
It would be seriously hard to believe, and especially because Jacksonville State is not playing terribly offensively as well. Not necessarily up to what they normally are, shooting 40% right now, 12 of 30 overall.
Dunlap on the drive is fouled by Devon Cooper, who doesn't like the call, or A.J. Hicks. Not sure which one they got. See the replay. Hicks with the hand there, and then Cooper with the slap there. I guess take your pick. 6.9 seconds. Gamecocks will inbound. Only 10 fouls combined called in the first half. Gregory pulls up. His three-point shot is no good. And the rebound to James Baker, and the horn will sound, and that'll take us to the end of the first half. Morehead State has to be pleased with how they've performed the first 20 minutes. They've come on the road and taken it to the Gamecocks. They got a 4-point lead. Here at halftime, you're watching OVC basketball on ESPN+. Insane. This rain is insane.
Oh, I know.
Huh? Let's see. Highlights, stats, interview.
Oh, God. Hey, is this a microphone?
It's raining now.
This is a microphone?
Yeah, they said, I think in the Etowah County area, it's supposed to get like basically flood conditions over the next 2 days.
Well, there's several areas around Oxford. I was driving around today that are flooded.
I'll kill y'all. Wait, so she likes to dance?
Awesome, thank you.
We should try out. How do you know? Oh. So it's like a song. It's the fake one. The fake one?
And we're back at halftime. Morehead State leading Jacksonville State 34-30. Take a look at some of the highlights from the first half.
Impressive play by Morehead State offensively. Big time three-pointer there. Baker getting off to a nice start. Borderline baseline jumper that we've always seen, followed by the dunk by Christian Cunningham early. I think one of the things that has impressed me is Morehead State turning defense into offense. Here you see Gregory's nice dunk, and then a little bit later, Maurice Dunlap when he can a big three-point shot. I think Morehead State is super impressive to me in this fashion. They're not getting their scoring from the main guys they're attributed to getting scoring. It's all been some of the bench players and reserve players. We'll see more of them coming up in the second half. We'll have more from halftime here at Pete Matthews Coliseum.
And we roll along here at halftime on ESPN Plus. OVC men's action between Jacksonville State and Morehead State. Very interesting first half. Let's take a look at the numbers.
Jacksonville State down by 4. Rebounding is the exact same. I think the difference is the field goal percentage. Morehead State taking great shots, but great shots by great players, because James Baker and Devin Cooper have both hit 2 3-pointers apiece. They're hitting 38%, but they've hit 5 threes, 4 of them by those 2 players. Cooper's already at his season average here at halftime at 10 points. 5 turnovers from Jacksonville State has yielded a few points for Morehead State. Pretty even all the way along, but the thing that's separating them is the role players coming up with big shots led by Baker and Cooper.
Special interview coming up next. Stay with us.
Back here at Jacksonville State, we are at halftime here, and we have got a special guest with us, head golf coach here at Jacksonville State, Coach James Hobbs. And Coach, coming off back-to-back OVC titles, 5 of the last 8 on the men's side. Got some guys returning. Talk about the golf season.
Well, we've got some really good young players. Last year we won the conference championship with 4 freshmen. We had one junior that played quite a bit, and we had one senior that played some. But primarily, we did it with young guys. And so those young guys now are sophomores. And the thing that you worry about the most is do your sophomores, do they play up to what they're capable of the second year? And that's going to be a big thing for us, is if we can go back out and have the kind of spring season that we need to really build the momentum going into the conference championship. So it's key to getting off to a good start.
Well, Coach, of course, longtime golf coach in the Hall of Fame. You also were assistant for basketball, including back in 85 national championship days.
Yeah. I coached basketball here from 1977 until 1993. And that was our Division II era, and that was really a really exciting time for our university and for basketball here. We had not only did we have good teams, but we had a lot of good players. and those players really came out every night. They played with a passion, and they played hard. They were very disciplined, and they had a belief that they could go out and win every night. And I don't know what our record was here in the Coliseum during that stretch of time, but we didn't lose many games here at home. So we took care of home court advantage, and we really were the type team that could go on the road and win as well. So we had a lot of success, and we had a lot of fun, and we had a lot of excitement here during that period of time.
Back to golf, just one more question. You've had some really talented golfers come through here at Jacksonville State. Talk about some of those guys.
Well, I guess our biggest name that we've had was Danny Willard. Danny came here as a 17-year-old boy and turned into a 19-year-old man when he left. And he really got his career off and started here at JSU. I mean, we introduced him to a weight room. We introduced him to a fitness program. We tried to get him some discipline every day in his life. You know, get up and go to the workouts, get up and go to practice, get in bed, get your rest, and those kind of things. So we really, I think, got him off to a start where he understood what it took to go out and play at a professional level. He had a lot of skill, but at the same time, he was very young. Then we had Matt Wallace has done very well on the European Tour, is going to play in the Masters this year, so we'll have two players in the Masters, and that's just great for a university our size to have two players playing in the Masters. And right now, both those players are in the top 50 in the world ranking in professional golf, so it's just hard to imagine a university with the size of JSU to be able to have those two kind of players. And then we've had some other players as well that were awfully good.
Well, thank you very much for joining us here tonight, Coach.
Enjoyed it very much.
We'll be back with more here from Pete Matthews Coliseum.
A shortstop making $72 million, and he's worried about he's not on the, in-game promo.
You watched any of the Alliance football?
I watched maybe one series of that very first weekend. I haven't seen anything else since then. I was talking with some of the Birmingham reporters today, and they said that it's hard to even get to their stuff. Like, they make the media wait 2 hours. Like, really? Yeah. Like, they wanted to get Trent Richardson, obviously. What's up, Coach? Good. How are you?
What up, man? And welcome back inside Pete Matthews Coliseum. Second half set to begin between Jacksonville State and Morehead State. The Eagles have come on the road to Jacksonville. Played a very good first half. A 4-point lead as we head into the second half. What can JSU do to get a little more offense going here, Gerhard?
I believe that they have to play big. They have to get the ball down low into Christian Cunningham and Jason Burnell, work inside out against this Morehead State team. As we've seen, Morehead State has been flying and keeping up the pace with Jacksonville State. I think the Gamecocks at this point offensively need to use their size to their advantage, starting with the bigs down low. And for Morehead State, just keep doing what you're doing and then work your way to get Jordan Walker into the mix here, because they've been moving the ball well. They've been playing really fine basketball on the offensive side.
Ty Hudson, who spent most of the first half on the bench due to foul trouble, misses a three to begin the second half. Burnell drives, and I tell you what, we say it over and over again, muscles that one in there.
Once again, he does the exact same thing, and that time off the miss, able to recollect it, take it one-on-one.
Morehead with a 2-point lead and the basketball. Jordan Walker gives it up to Hicks. Back to Walker. His three-point shot is good. And that is a good sign if you're an Eagle fan.
We knew at some point it would come on. You can't score as many points as he has throughout the course of the season and the course of this OVC slate and not find the bottom of the net, and he does so there.
Hudson This is the short shot in the lane. Here come the Eagles. Cooper, pump fake, shot from the baseline, no good. Harris with the offensive rebound, and he misses, and Burnell's got the board. Morehead missing a golden opportunity there to increase their lead. Inside to Cunningham, and he'll jam it home.
Second time in this game that Cunningham has just got perfect position down low and is able to take advantage of it.
Inside to Harris, posted against Jason Burnell. Takes him one-on-one, gives it up. Shot from the baseline is an air ball by James Baker. And the crowd lets him hear about it. And Jamal Gregory goes up high and draws the foul. And boy, he would have brought the crowd down if he would have been able to finish off this dunk.
I think he would have brought the crowd down and we would have sent this highlight over to Bristol. This would have been a Sports Center top 10, no doubt. He's had a few where he's posterized guys. That time would have been his best by far. Good take, good strong take to the basket. Continues the flow of his game. Great defender. And then an explosive offensive player as well.
This is the second. So the Morehead lead is 2. Gregory, such an emotional leader for this team. Walker guarded by Hunter. Hunter did a good job on Walker in that first half. Walker being very aggressive and finishes in the lane.
I think at halftime he kind of understood that if this team is going to come away with the upset win over Jacksonville State, he will have to have a big second half, and so far he's playing very aggressive.
Morehead off to a pretty good start here to begin the second half. Gregory shoots a 3, misses it. And the rebound to Hicks. Hicks, quick move in the lane, finds Walker on the left baseline. He misses the shot. A little bit of a heat check for Walker. Inside to Burnell, posted very low in the lane, and a foul called against Lamontre Harris, who thought he had all ball on that one.
Yeah, he had good position, did Lamontre Harris. Let's see exactly where he got him. Yeah, the left arm got Burnell there. It's a good call by the officials.
Burnell hits the first, giving him 9 points in the game. Coach Spradlin has to be pleased with how his team has performed so far on the road in this game. Burnell hits both. He's at double figures now with 10. Gamecocks apply full court pressure. Walker has it at half court. And a near steal, but they're going to call a foul on Gregory. He got all ball, then he came down and there was body contact.
Yeah, I believe on the replay, we will see it here. It happened right in front of us. And this to me seemed like an obvious call on it wasn't the initial block, it was on the secondary effort there.
First foul on Gregory. Harris against Burnell. This has been a good matchup all day. That time Burnell got the better of it. Hicks drives. Shot no good. Burnell with a rebound. Gamecocks push it. Gregory. A blocking foul called against Devon Cooper as Gregory was attacking the basket.
Yeah, that's a good call as well. Gregory was just a little too quick, and then watch on the backside as Cooper tries to set his feet, doesn't get there in time. Feet are still sliding, and that's a good call by the officiating crew.
And substitutions for Coach Spradlin as Henson comes in the game along with Malik Green, Harris, and Cooper go to the bench.
So far, the same 7 guys have seen action for Morehead State. Those are the 2 that came off the bench earlier.
Inbound to Gregory. Pulls up on the baseline, shoots an air ball. Marlon Hunter, it landed in his arms, and then he was held as he attempted to go back up and shoot. So see if this is a shooting foul. See Gregory on the drive. And Walker on the foul. Non-shooting foul, Gamecocks inbound. Burnell posted. Turns, tries to find Cunningham. Ball's loose, Cunningham recovers, and he is fouled on the way up.
I'll tell you what, that was a dangerous pass, but between the two guys that know each other well, the two seniors, Burnell and Cunningham, there's three different Morehead State defenders in there, and Burnell somehow finds his buddy, and Cunningham almost makes it a three-point play opportunity. Instead, he misses the first of two.
And he makes one of two, making it a 1-point Morehead game. Gamecocks full court press again. Ahead to Walker. And the Eagles will set up the offense. Harris left open. His three is no good. Cunningham with the rebound. Hudson drives, takes it all the way and misses the shot. Cunningham kept it alive though. Nice activity inside on the offensive glass by Cunningham. Burnell turns on the baseline and Harris has the rebound. Harris takes it all the way and draws contact from Marlon Hunter. Coach Harper can't believe it. He's out on the floor questioning the call. We'll go to break. Gamecocks and Morehead locked up in a good one here from Jacksonville.
These gold laces were made for Princess Lacey. She was a tiny girl with a huge love for college basketball. These laces are for her and for every child who has battled cancer. Help us remember them and wear Princess Lacey's laces for someone you love. Let's finish this together. The money from every pair helps fight pediatric cancer. It's time to lace up for Lacey.
Hey, Dad, got a quarter?
Sure. I see an unstable skateboard and a long, long recovery.
Helmet.
You are one expensive kid.
I'm next.
Wait, I see a lady.
Lady?
Wearing a red coat.
You can't predict the future, but you can prepare for it. With affordable individual and family plans, call Farm Bureau Health Plans. We've got you covered.
Did you know that Kentucky is home to nearly 1,000 species of wildlife?
The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife has a team of scientists dedicated to the monitoring and study of animals that are not hunted, fished, or trapped.
We work every day to improve Kentucky's landscape so that these species can thrive.
And now there's a way for you to jump in and help.
When you become a member of Kentucky Wild, we'll work side by side and do our part to keep Kentucky wild.
15:25 remaining in our game. Morehead State leading JSU 39-38 in a game that has been nip and tuck the entire way.
It's been entertaining to watch and really kind of a battle of different styles. Morehead State aggressive, shooting both well inside and outside with Baker and Cooper. And then Lamontre Harris has been kind of the signature guy, the go-to guy for Morehead State in this game. Meanwhile, Jacksonville State also getting it done from a little bit of everywhere. 6 different players have scored for the Gamecocks, led by Jason Burnell's 10.
And Lamontre Harris connects on the free throw. Point number 7 for the senior from Louisville, Kentucky. And the second one rattles through. Full court press now by the Eagles. Gregory goes down the floor to Cunningham. Gamecocks now set up the offense. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Hudson inside to Burnell, back over to Hunter. He pulls up, shoots the 2, is no good. Jamal Gregory with the rebound, finds Hunter, shoots again, misses again. Cunningham though with the rebound, goes up and lays it in with the left hand.
I think that's where Jacksonville State is so much better than most teams. They're so active on the glass, and when you get a team like Morehead State that's not very deep and not very big, you can get exposed in situations like that. Both Burnell and Cunningham on the floor, two of the better rebounders in conference.
Hicks, shot from the corner, hits the side of the glass. Gamecocks push it. Hunter lays it in, but they're going to wave it off and call Hunter for charging.
Take a look at this one, because earlier it wasn't Walker. I don't know about that one.
Hunter did all he could to avoid the defender, but the official rules there was enough contact to call the foul. That's a big call. Would have been a chance for a three-point play had it gone the other way. And contact on the baseline as Gregory collides with Cooper. Gregory's going to pick up another foul.
Second foul on Jamal Gregory here. Just a little late. I think it's a good call. Looks like there was some moisture on the ground there. I'm not sure if that was before or after the fall, but the slip.
I think the feet got tangled up.
Yeah.
Walker coming out a little more aggressive here in the second half, but Cunningham blocks his shot. Burnell leads the break, pulls it back out. Like the aggressiveness from Walker here you're seeing in the second half?
For sure. He started off with that three-pointer that had to get him feeling good, and then he understands that, you know, comes in averaging 16 points per game, so close to 17 points per game in the OVC, and his teammates will need him in a big way, and that time he just put up against the best shot blocker in the conference.
Harris thought about it, took a dribble, then took the shot and missed it, and tough break for the Gamecocks. Christian Cunningham and Jason Burnell right there, and the ball goes out of bounds.
I don't think that you could pull any piece of practice tape that Coach Ray Harper has, and you'd ever find this, between Burnell and Cunningham seemingly always having good communication down there. And that time it just kind of reminds me when the center fielder and the right fielder can't determine who wants the ball, and next thing you know, it's in the ground for an error.
Just two guys going for the rebound. Into Harris, over to Cooper. Walker can't get the shot away. Harris will, and he'll hit the three. Another big three from Morehead.
Harris has been outstanding today. Excuse us, Baker. Baker's been outstanding today with his three-point shot.
And a little floater in the lane by Ty Hudson, his first points of the game, and that's something. JSU's missed his contributions on offense.
Absolutely. We talked about Jordan Walker kind of being absent in that first half for Morehead State. Same thing for Hudson in the first half as well, and that's a good inside post move there by Malik Green for the basket.
Hudson drives, cut off, draws the contact. They're going to wave off the shot attempt, call a foul on the floor against Morehead's A.J. Hicks.
Taking a look here as Hudson continues to try to be aggressive in this one. I'll call that one on the floor. But between Hudson and Walker, I think you're feeling both guards understanding that they need to make their mark in this game offensively.
And Cunningham retrieves the ball in the backcourt and hands it off to St. Hilaire. Dietrich Mostella, haven't seen him in the game in a while.
He played sparingly there in that first half, and I haven't seen him yet here in the second.
St. Hilaire in the lane, drives, and misses the shot, but draws the foul.
You know, he's very sneaky quick. With St. Hilaire that time, he got around his defender and goes straight to the basket. Watch him there off the screen. Just goes right past Baker and gets the foul and almost gets that one to drop. But it has been an interesting rotation for Coach Ray Harper. You saw Jakar Cross in there earlier on, and Ty Hudson, as we spoke about earlier, with the 2 quick fouls, and then has basically used Dietrich Mostella, Cross, Jamal Gregory, and Marlon Hunter, and rotating those guards as well as Dunlap and St. Hilaire as he cans the free throw. So it's been an interesting lineup, and I think it's more of a matchup thing that Coach Ray Harper is seeing.
Gamecocks with the press. Morehead beats it. Down court, inside. Green lays it up for his second consecutive basket.
Ball movement has been the key for Morehead State. When they've been successful offensively, just about every time it's been from that 8 of their first 14 made shots came off of assisted plays, meaning the ball is moving well, good spacing, and they're finishing.
Cunningham misses the shot, and a foul on Jason Burnell over the back of Malik Green. That'll take us to a timeout. 11:41 left in our second half. Morehead with a 4-point lead in Jacksonville. Well, Gerhard, Morehead State with a 4-point lead as we're pretty well into this second half. We wondered early with the energy they came out with their shortened rotation they typically play with, how they would look as the game progressed. Well, this is looking a lot like the first half so far.
It really is. You can't tell any dip in energy, and it's the same 7 guys. Coach Sparlin has not deterred from his normal process. As we said earlier, only 7 guys average 25-plus minutes, and so far it's been the same 7. They've done a sensational job. I think one of the key stats here is that Morehead State has 11 assists and 19 made free throws. When the ball moves, they have got a lot of great production offensively.
And they benefit from the long rebound on the miss by Cooper. You know, when these two teams played back on January 26, JSU won up at Morehead, but only by 6. So a very competitive game the first time they played. And a turnover here as Walker threw it away. Hudson draws the contact against Jordan Walker. That is the 3rd foul on Walker.
He's picked up 2 quick ones here in the second half. Let's take a look here at the replay. They've been calling that one all game long. And Walker now will go to the sideline, and in comes Harris once again. James Baker also going back to the sideline as well.
Hudson hits the free throw. Again, Hudson picked up 2 fouls in the first, I don't know, maybe 5-6 minutes of the game and spent most of the first half on the bench. So he's come out aggressive here in the second half. He's got 4 points. And he's brought the Gamecocks back within 2 with the free throws.
He's been pivotal here for Jacksonville State, and Walker has been pivotal for Morehead State. But Walker, as you said, with those 3 fouls, goes to the sideline.
How about this? The Gamecocks in a zone. Don't see this very often.
Not very often at all. Showing a different look here with the star player off the court and them shooting so well.
Cooper shoots an air ball 3, and another tough break for the Gamecocks. Morehead got the long rebound last possession, then this one is an air ball that bounces off a JSU player.
Take another look here. After the air ball shot, yeah, it just goes right off the left hand there of Burnell. Off or not, though.
Hudson with the steal. The runner. And a charging foul against Hudson. Coach Harper is livid. That'll be the 3rd foul on Hudson.
I think both coaches are upset because both their star players have gotten a foul there, and that time A.J. Hicks set up in the right position. From the outside looking in, maybe from Coach Harper's vantage point, he thought he was in the center circle, and the jacket comes off. That's when you know it's a next level call there.
We have a technical, I guess, on
Harper. Yep.
And Walker misses the free throw. The crowd loved that.
We spoke earlier about Jordan Walker and what he does, and one of the things that he is the best out in the league is free throw shooting. He came into the game averaging 80%, essentially 80%, 79.8%.
And the one free throw gives Morehead a 3-point lead, and they'll inbound with 10:31 to play. And just like we had in the women's game earlier, I think we're headed toward a pretty exciting finish in this one.
Morehead State has shown throughout the course of the season in various games that they can play competitive basketball. They scored 86 points on Belmont not too long ago. They scored 71 on Jacksonville State when they played up in Kentucky. And so Morehead State has shown that they have the offensive prowess to get it done here. And the officials are headed over to the instant replay monitor, and they'll take a look at something here. Good shot at Coach Ray Harper. Obviously frustrated by the way this game has been called so far. Got a technical. Only cost his team 1, but they'll have the ball with Morehead State. 10:31 to play here, and so we'll see what that does as far as momentum goes. We see that Walker was taken out of the game, but then he was brought into the game to shoot those free throws. Now he's back in with those 3 fouls.
Walker shoots and misses, and Cunningham clears the glass. So the Gamecocks on the attack now. Burnell drives. Has the shot blocked by Harris. Good defense by the Morehead senior. Hicks cut off by St. Hilaire. And another turnover by Morehead. St. Hilaire drives, takes it all the way. Reverse layup is no good, but Burnell is there to put it in.
Another offensive rebound from Jacksonville State. That is now 11 offensive rebounds in the game. And possibly none bigger than that one, because Morehead State at this point starting to feel themselves a little bit. Jacksonville State looking to claw their way back into the game.
And Hicks hits a huge 3. Back to a 4-point lead for the Eagles.
A.J. Hicks only has 6 points in this game, but he has affected the game in so many different ways. He got 2 calls on Ty Hudson, got him out of there. He has 8 assists on the game as well. A.J. Hicks has kind of been somewhat of a silent hero for Morehead State Eagles.
We talked about this at halftime. The three-point shooting discrepancy is continuing here in the second half. That's really been the difference.
It really has been. There's 2 by Cooper, 2 by Baker early in that first half, and then we saw Lamontre Harris hit 1 as well. And so we'll see if Jackson State can get that rolling, and they have some of the guys in the game. And Maurice Dunlap is one of those. Jason Burnell is another one.
Morehead has 8 threes. JSU is only 2 for 14 from 3. And that is an 18, I should say that is a 6-point difference in the game, an advantage for Morehead in three-point shooting. Dunlap hits them both. Gamecocks stay right on the heels of Morehead State. It's a 2-point Eagle lead. Gamecocks stay in their zone. Hicks goes to the corner. Harris couldn't get the shot off. They swing it to Cooper. Back to Walker. His 3 is good.
Excellent ball movement once again. I've been saying this the entire game that I think that Morehead State, the prime of their offense, and I think this is the reason why Coach Sproutlin goes with that shorter lineup, is because they're able to move the ball and get a wide open three-pointer, and they just did.
Burnell can't finish the drive, so Morehead on the attack. Cooper left open. Misses this 3. Marlon Hunter and Harris fighting for the rebound, and a foul against Harris.
So Lamontre Harris joins Jordan Walker now with 3 fouls. Let's take a look here at how that happened. A nice fight inside for the rebound. And Lamontre Harris, the senior, picks up a foul. So, no, actually, they'll call that one on Baker. They were both in the vicinity. So they'll call that one on Baker. Either way, Baker now with 3 fouls, and Jordan Walker with 3 fouls.
Marlon Hunter now reaches double figures. He's got 10 points, make it 11. The Morehead lead is 3. Gamecocks apply the press. And it's off the foot of Marlon Hunter. Morehead retains possession, will inbound from in front of the JSU bench. Hicks dribbles through a crowd, and now we'll reset the offense. Gamecocks back in their man-to-man after a couple of big threes by the Eagles. Hicks lost the handle. Here come the Gamecocks. Hudson throws it. It's retrieved by Burnell.
Almost gave it right back to Morehead State.
Inside to Cunningham. He goes up, misses badly. Good interior defense by Baker.
We've seen a lot of that, and I think that time with Baker with those 3 fouls, trying to go and get him the 4th down there in the post.
Harris flashes out high, over to Walker. He drives. Crowd wanted a travel, no whistle, and he lays it in.
I guess the officials will give him that talked about Euro step. Coach Ray Harper call timeout here, maybe talk to the officials and get an explanation.
Timeout on the floor. Morehead State still leading the game. 5-point advantage here in the second half.
You don't become a legend by being distracted. Legends are born out of discipline and focus. We are Legends Bank. Committed, strong, and growing stronger. Be part of something legendary. Legends Bank. Member FDIC.
A smile, such a simple gesture, an effortless contraction of muscles, a flash of teeth. Healthy smiles have the power to spread joy, courage, and love. When you smile, it transforms you and the world around you. So if you feel the urge, go ahead and use that simple gesture to spread joy. Keep your smile healthy and strong. Choose Delta Dental, protecting more smiles than anyone.
Puckett's, the best of all things Southern. A Southern community kitchen. The best in live picking. You're part of the family at Puckett's.
6 minutes, 47 seconds remain here in the second half as we look at some scores from around the OVC.
Belmont all over Eastern Illinois. Meanwhile, Murray State with a big lead over UT Martin. We got a great one here in Jacksonville. EKU and Tennessee Tech locked up in a good one. SIU Edwardsville, Tennessee State. A nice 7-point game. Austin Peay, another one of the Big Four teams in the league, in a tight game as well. We're seeing here late in this season a lot of close contests in the OVC, no matter their positioning. It's been a good league to watch, and it's going to be fun to watch down the stretch here.
Ty Hudson misses the three, and there's Christian Cunningham to slam it in.
His third dunk of the day, and that time off the missed shot by Jacksonville State. They needed his presence down low. We've said this going into this half is how many points in the paint that they could get. Jacksonville State with their size advantage over the smaller Morehead State basketball team.
How about Christian Cunningham? A 13-point game working right now. Harris, a long, tough three, and he hits it with Marlon Hunter right there.
Harris has been phenomenal this game, and he's been one of the reasons why, he's probably been the reason why that they kept it in that first half, kept it so close. Already has now 11 points on the game. That was his first three-pointer make. He's now 1 of 5.
Hudson just loses his footing, lost the ball in the process. Hicks lost it as well, and a jump ball. Murray State will, I should say Morehead State will maintain possession as we see the discrepancy in threes, and that really is the huge, huge statistic in this game.
Oh, for sure. When you're trading twos for threes, especially in close games, this will hurt you. That's the reason why Jacksonville State is down 6, even though as far as overall shooting percentages, it's been about the same if you look everywhere else from 2 and from the free throw line. So it's been all Eagles here from behind the arc. 2 of 15 are the Gamecocks from downtown. So that number really killing Jacksonville State. And Jacksonville State has been a streaky three-point shooting team. They've had great games and they've had some lull games. And this time they're meeting a great team here.
Shot clock under 10. Hicks drives. Acrobatic layup attempt is no good. Gamecocks come down on offense after a good defensive possession. Brunell's three is no good. Rebound controlled by Cooper.
Once again, another missed three-pointer for Jacksonville State. And on those long rebounds, if you're not making the three-point shots, you want to at least give yourself a chance at a second chance points. And with 2 of the better rebounders on the floor, they weren't able to do so.
Brown trying to give the Gamecocks some energy on the defensive end. Hicks tries to put a dagger in their heart with that three, but he missed it short. Inside to Cunningham. Gives it up to Gregory, who's back in the game. He drives. His shot is blocked by James Baker. Jordan Walker backs it out. Eagles will reset the offense. Walker drives against Hudson. Tried to go to the opposite corner. Gregory saving it inbound, and he does to Burnell. Burnell takes it all away and lays it in and draws the foul.
A.J. Hicks has done this multiple times, trying to get the charge call on the inside to no avail, though. Good job by Jason Burnell on the outside after a great save and a great effort there.
And Burnell takes it down, draws the foul. We'll have a free throw when we come back. Return inside Pete Matthews Coliseum. The OVC men's matchup tonight in Jacksonville. Morehead State. Gamecocks jumped out to a 2-0 lead. But other than just a few lead changes in that first half, Morehead State has pretty much led this game. Not a big spread, not a large lead, but I think their largest lead was 6.
Yeah, 6 points there in the second half, and the scores have only been tied twice. The lead's changed 5 times and no more than by 6 points. Morehead State, largest lead 6. Jacksonville State's largest lead is 4. So it's been inside of about a 10-point swing all the way through.
And Burnell completes the 3-point play. He's right at his season average of 15 points. The 3-point Morehead lead, and there we see the assist. Morehead, a big advantage in that category. 14 to JSU's 5.
Not only the 14, but 14 on the 23 made field goals. When the ball is moving, Morehead State's offense has been lethal today.
Inside it goes to Harris against Hunter. Throws the elbow, and they call for the offensive foul.
Marlon Hunter a lot of times is asked to guard the tougher and better offensive players for each team. He always draws some of the hardest assignments. That time, just the matchup put him on Harris, and he's able to match him down low. Officials are conferring something. They were for a second, and they said play on.
Big possession here for the Gamecocks. Ty Hudson over to Gregory. Hunter pops out. Hudson pulls up. His shot is no good. Rebound to Hicks. Hicks has got 7 rebounds. He's only 6 foot. He's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Smallest guys on the floor. Once again, he's had a great day. Those 7 rebounds and those 8 assists have led to a monster day for him.
Walker cut off by Burnell. Tried to find Cooper flashing down the baseline off of JSU. Morehead will inbound. They'll have 8 seconds on the shot clock. Walker lobs it into Baker. Tried to hand it off to Walker. Great defense by Marlon Hunter. Hicks drives, left-handed runner is no good. Rebound, Gregory. Gamecocks with a chance to cut it to 1. Or tie with a 3. Burnell finds Hudson open. Shoots an air ball off of Cooper, so JSU fortunately will maintain possession.
A tough shooting day for Ty Hudson. He's 1 of 8 on the day and 0 of 3 now from downtown. But as you said, they'll retain possession here with 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Get it inbounds to Burnell on the inbound play, and he banks it in. Good finish by Burnell. It's a 1-point game as we approach 2 minutes to play. Harris has his pass knocked out of bounds by Gregory.
Gregory's probably one of the best individual defenders in the OVC. He leads the OVC in steals, one of the top 50 players in America when it comes to that category. That time they're just doing a nice job of knocking it out. 9 seconds to shoot.
Hicks lost it, looking for some help. Gets it to his teammate Walker, misses the 3. Gregory with a rebound and a foul over the back against Devon Cooper.
This is just pure athleticism from number 0, Jamal Gregory. Watch him sky for this rebound. Gets it at his highest point. Goes back and that's exactly where he meets Cooper. Cooper picks up his 4th foul. So
that was about to be a long rebound in the hands of Cooper.
Exactly.
If Gregory doesn't acrobatically get his hands on that ball.
Exactly. And that's what draws the foul, and that marks 4 for Cooper. So it's 4 for Cooper and 3 for Baker. Also 3 for Jordan Walker.
JSU now 17 of 20 from the free throw line. They've shot 20 free throws. Morehead has only shot 6. Gregory makes the second. We are tied at 60, and listen to the crowd here at the Peak. Hicks drives. Shot blocked, but a foul is going to be whistled against Marlon Hunter.
Let's take another look at this one. Once again, another aggressive play call by Morehead State. Good move straight to the basket. They go straight at Marlon Hunter.
Hicks only has 7 points with that free throw, but he's played much bigger than that point total shows. Missed the second, and Burnell's got the rebound. So if JSU can score here, you'll really hear this crowd at Pete Matthews get excited.
Well, I think everybody around Jacksonville State has been keeping a close eye on the standings. They all know that this one is big in order to keep pace with the top teams in the league.
Hunter pulls up, left it short. Gamecocks miss an opportunity there to reclaim the lead. Morehead now with an opportunity. Under a minute to play. Hicks against Burnell on the switch. Attacks the lane. Out to Walker, he drives. Shot is up, no good. Rebound Hudson, and he is fouled.
It's a great show of team defense by Jacksonville State. And once again, a nice aggressive play by Morehead State, getting it into Walker, down low, open, and that will be Harris's 4th foul. It'll be interesting to see here. I know we're projecting, but if this game goes to overtime, that is now Harris with 4 fouls, Cooper with 4 fouls, 3 fouls for Baker, also 3 fouls for Jordan Walker. If we do have to play an extra session, that's monster.
And Hudson touched a lot of rim with that one, but he got it to fall through. Listen to the crowd get quiet for their own player. And Hudson makes it. Gamecocks lead it by 1. And Morehead will call timeout. A full timeout with 41.3 seconds remaining. The Eagles will have the ball out of the timeout, down by a point. The Jacksonville State defense has been suffocating the last couple of minutes.
And that's what's been killing Morehead State. They're 0 for their last 5, and they have not had a field goal in close to 5.5 minutes. I think for Morehead State, the key will be to get the ball inside and go back to the free throw line. Once again, Morehead State has several players in foul trouble. We'll see how important that is, if it is important moving forward in this game. But Jacksonville State picked a great time to start hitting their free throws. A great time to start hitting their shots. They're now 34% for the game. Still 2 of 17, but the 3-ball, you said it earlier, the 3-ball from Morehead State has kept them in this game. Do they go back to it since they've been shooting it so well? Baker 4 of 5 from downtown.
Jacksonville State 2 of 17 from behind the arc tonight. 11.8%.
James Baker has hit double the 3-pointers on 12 less shots. And with 41.3 seconds to go, that means there's an 11-second difference. Do you try to shoot early? That way, give yourself maybe 2 possessions here in this game.
But the Gamecocks have a huge advantage at the free throw line. They're 20 of 23, 87%. Morehead is 5 of 8 from the line. So Eagles inbound, down by a point. Let's see where they go. Hicks out to Baker. Hicks drives, goes up, shot is missed, got his own rebound, throws it out of bounds. It'll be JSU ball.
Now, Coach Sprawling wants to see a goaltend call, but a goaltend in not the traditional way. Jason Burnell caught the bottom of the rim, and they're asking for a review. He might get it here. Watch Christian Cunningham. As the ball was going on top of the cylinder, grabs the bottom of the netting there. There will not be a review here, so Jackson State will maintain the basketball.
And Hudson is quickly fouled by A.J. Hicks. For free throws, Gamecocks, we just mentioned, they're shooting 87% for the game. They're going to have 2 more big ones here.
There's also now 4 fouls on A.J. Hicks.
Hudson misses the first. Cunningham back in the game. St. Hilaire to the bench.
On the court for Morehead State, it is Harris, Walker, Baker, Cooper.
Second free throw is good. He makes 1 of 2. So makes it a 2-point game.
All the 3-point shooters are on the floor for Coach Sprawling.
Gamecocks will apply full court pressure. Morehead going to call timeout after they cross half court. That'll leave them with 1.
We'll see if Morehead State sends anybody to the scores table to check into the game here, if there's going to be any changes with 22.6 seconds to go. As of right now, I don't see anybody, so it'll be that same 5 that was out there just a moment ago. It's a 2-point game, but Baker, as we said, has hit 4 3-point shots. Walker has hit 2. Cooper has hit 2. If they elect to go for 3, watch out for any one of those guys.
And the home team, almost you get the feeling, you normally talk about the visitor stealing the game. You almost feel like, can the home team steal this game?
Exactly. It's been Morehead State's game really all game long, but they have picked a bad time to go on a scoring drought. They are without a field goal in the last 5 minutes and 48 seconds, 0 for their last 6, but it only takes one field goal to either tie this one up or take the lead.
Here we go, Hicks with it. Hands off to Walker. Cooper on the left wing. Hicks on the drive. His pass is knocked away. Shot from the baseline is no good. Burnell's got the rebound, holding the ball, and he's fouled. With 4.9 seconds.
Yep, 4.9 seconds, 0 for their last 7. Is Morehead State in 2 for 10. The scoring drought goes to 6 minutes, and we'll see here a nice setup here. Well defended by Jacksonville State. Got in the passing lane, got the deflection, ball goes out, jump shot just no good.
Baker couldn't believe it when he shot went halfway down and back out.
I'm so surprised that Morehead State, as well as they've been shooting from beyond the arc, to not get Jacksonville State in a situation where they screen 2 guys, screen maybe 1 guy, go to the corner. That time a dangerous pass inside. It went to the passing lane where Jacksonville State deflected it. It just happened to turn into, happened to go to one of the players for Morehead State for the shot.
And here's your game. If Burnell hits both, it's over. No pressure.
Not at all. Meanwhile, Montre Harris is now fouled out for Morehead State.
And Jason gets the roll. That's the hardest one.
That is.
Morehead does have one more timeout. But if he makes this, it won't matter. And Burnell gets it. JSU will call a timeout.
Clutch free throw shooting at the end is what helped Jacksonville State. They're on an 11-0 run over the last 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Much of that is due to sharp shooting on the free throw line. Some of the individual efforts of the guys that are in the game. Jason Burnell, perfect 7 of 7. Ty Hudson is 5 of 6. And Christian Cunningham is 3 of 4 from the charity stripe today. So didn't think that Burnell would get his 19 points in large part due to the free throw line, but they'll take it any way they can get it. As you said, it now increases to a 4-point game. And outside of a Jacksonville State foul on a 3-point attempt by Morehead State, which I'm sure is the only thing the coach is saying in that huddle, Jacksonville State is going to walk away with their 10th win at home, 20th win for the 3rd straight year, and yet keeping pace in the OVC standings. The rally cap is on. It looks like it worked, Mickey Shedricks.
You know what now?
So the rally cap is on. It was on that Tampa Bay Lightning fan, also with Jacksonville State. And it worked here as Morehead State had an impressive game. And I'll tell you what, as it sits right now, Morehead State will have the number 6 seed as it stands at this very moment. Of course, there's still some games to be played for the rest of the night. But Morehead State's the number 6 seed. This will be a dangerous team come playoff time. The way they shoot the basketball, this is not a team you want to have a cold day against, especially in the tournament. We'll see how far they fall after tonight's games.
Hicks gets it in, gets it back, crosses half court, shoots a 3 and makes it at the buzzer, but again, it won't matter. They're going to review it to decide if it's a 4-point JSU win or a 1-point JSU win.
I guess it's only matter to the people out in Vegas. I'm not even sure what the number was, but great job by A.J. Hicks. And you can't really say enough about his game today. He's close to a triple-double. If they do give him the three-pointer, it gave him 10 points on the game. He has 8 assists and 7 rebounds. And the senior from Norcross, Georgia, had a great game for the Eagles today. I also wonder to see if they'll put some more time on the clock here, maybe to see if they can foul in a desperation play. And I think there would be maybe like a 0.1 second, 0.1, maybe 0.2 seconds on the clock. I don't.
Well, if they're checking to see if he got the shot off in time, there will be no more time. So they count the basket. They did get it off before time expired. JSU wins at 65-64. There you see the Gamecocks' most OVC wins since 12 back in 2005-2006. And as Gerhard just said, the Gamecocks have secured their third straight 20-win season under Ray Harper. So for Gerhard Mathangani, I'm Mickey Shandrick saying so long from Jacksonville, where the final score, Gamecocks win a thriller, 65-64. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
Yeah. I noticed that when they're at